We couldn't pay bills. Yeah, we were having food and everything, but bills were overdue. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see by the title, we are back with another Get Ready With Me plus testimony. I love these kind of videos. I already washed my face and I already toned it. I'm just gonna moisturize it and we're gonna get right into the video. Since I moved to Canada, I've just been working. I went to school, and while going to school, I was working 2-3 jobs, and after I came down to one job that I was doing, and always I would be like, oh, I work hard for my money and I'm gonna do what I want with it and all of these things. And I would spend my money on things that for vainglory, honestly. I took God out of the equation. I was like, I work hard for this money, so I'm gonna do what I want. It's kind of like what's his name? Nebuchadnezzar. He looked up at everything and he was like, oh, look at what he did, and the Lord had taken away and make him, go in the cave and be like living like an animal and all of these. Wow. But really and truly, my soul is similar to that. I wasn't rich, but I was working for money and I was working for what I want, and I was spending money doing all of these things and taking the credit for it. Last year, yes, pretty recent, last year, actually before that, in 2022, I started to feel depressed. I was working on Amazon. I didn't want to do it anymore. I was hardly going to work, yeah. I was just using my paid time off for nothing, just lying to get my paid time off and just not going into work. It happened so November the 8th, 2022, I lost my job because I was not going in. And at that point when I lost it, I'm like, that's good, because I had other money coming in. So I was like, whatever, cool. Found out I was pregnant in December. My maternity leave pay started to come in April. And then after my son was born, I started getting my parental leave until that was in 2023. My parental leave started September straight to April of 2024. So for me, I was okay. So when I stopped receiving like income, money, anything was in July. And mind you, if you're in Canada, you get the money for your child. But it's like, but Lord was ordering everything to happen the way it happened. I'm telling you guys, this was God's hand in everything. Normally in Canada, after your child is born, they start giving you, what do you call it? Child care benefit, CCB. Yeah, child care benefit. Not the same month the baby come out the following month until you're 18. I was not getting that. God, I was not getting that, y'all. I was doing all my paperwork, but it's like the paperwork was not going through. So other things happened where, bills were overdue and we couldn't pay bills. Yeah, we were having food and everything, but bills were overdue. Because mind you, something happened in August. So on top of all of that, August was a month where the Lord was like, this is the month that I'm going to get you to fully surrender to me. I'm going to allow things to happen. It's not my way for you to get all of these heartbreaks and all of this. But I'm going to allow it to happen because I have a greater purpose for you, and I want you to fully surrender to me. That's what God was saying. I see it now. I could talk in hindsight because now I see it. But when you're going through, you're like, God, where are you? I'm still praying. I'm praying to the Lord. I'm saying, God, I need a job. We need this job. So it happens so I got a job offer from FedEx. I'm going to say the name because I'm not working there. But the job I have now, I'm not going to say the name. So I got a job offer from FedEx. And I passed and everything. Like, everything went through. And I was waiting for a manager to reach out to me. I'm like, okay, by September 24th, I'm going to start working. So when I got that job offer, I prayed and I said, Lord, if this is not what you want for me, if this is not where you see me, don't let it go through. Y'all, October come, it's like the company vanished. Like FedEx vanished. Nothing. No email, nothing. I'm like, did they get the wrong email? Did they send it to the wrong number? Like, nothing, bro. I'm just constantly praying. I'm saying, God, you're all I have. I trust you to provide, because you're not gonna let my family go out on the street. You're not gonna make us go hungry. I need you. I trust you. And you gotta do it. I watched God provide in September. There's this company that reached out to me to review a drone, I think. And the money that they sent, y'all, it was double what we needed, right? So now, this is where my disobedience delayed my blessing. Okay? So, mind you, I told you guys I'm not getting a CCB yet. So God provided a way so I could get in contact with them too. I could call them and get in contact with them. The day he told me, okay, do it, which was October 2nd, I remember he told me to do it October 2nd. It was the evening. And I'm like, oh, I'm not in the mood. Mind you, I really didn't know it was him back then. It's like, oh, you know, you should go call him right now. It just came like, it's my voice. But it's like, I answered my voice. I'm like, oh, I'm not in the mood right now. That's what I said. I said I will do it tomorrow. Delayed obedience. So, call him the next day. And I explained the whole situation. I'm telling them I don't understand what's going on. And they explained to me and they getting everything started. So I'm like, cool. So now I'm going to get it for October 18th. So I'm excited hearing the amount of money. And when she said, so yeah, it's going to start. You're going to get all of that in November. I said, huh? November who? November? What happened to October? She said, had you called us yesterday, you would have got it for October 18th. My heart sank. And that's the way I realized it was God. Of course, what I did, I repented. I asked him for forgiveness. And I'm like, God, okay, I get it now. So, you know, you have the final say. So you can't up it. You know, bring it from November to October. And actually, I need to point out, that was federal. Because in Quebec, you get two. That was federal. Federal was the one I was having problems with. But I was already getting the one from provincial. The thing is, I was getting the money from provincial every 3 months. But then I changed it to every month. Something just to create a new, like a separate bank account for that. And I did. And then that day, I remembered, hey, okay, let me just update my direct deposit. So I called them and let them know, hey, change my thing. And they were like, okay, it's gonna be from the next month. So now I'm like, God, was it really you I heard from? Was it really you? So I'm like, whatever. It's okay. God is gonna provide. Like, I already had that mindset, whatever, God is gonna provide. But when the money came, yeah. They said it was not gonna come in that account, but it was there. That's when God said, I have the final say. So mind you, that happened. So now, I told him I get it, I repent and everything. So I expected him to bring it from November to October. I'm not gonna lie, I expected that. Now, October 18th, come check my account, nothing, and I'm there like, God. You had to really humble me because I felt like I didn't need anybody. I'm working for my own, but he had to take it away temporarily so I can see that I had this thing over him. And I was prideful. He humbled me so quick, and thank you, Jesus. In that moment, you don't like it, but it was needed. Like, because God loved me, he allowed me to be so broken and so down to that place where it's just me and him, and he's not really proving himself, but he's showing me who he really is and what he can do. And all I need to do is trust him. He loves me, he's my father, he's my friend, and he will take care of me. So we already established that I delayed my restoration, but God allowed it to still happen because what the enemy used my mood, right? My flesh got louder, and what the enemy meant for bad to turn me over, God said, okay, I'm gonna use it to humble her, to show her like she had this thing where I didn't want to ask for help. I felt like I didn't need anybody because people disappointed me so much. Like, I just felt like, you know what I mean? He allowed that to happen, and he didn't bring it up because he knew what he was gonna do. And November came, rent was paid, internet was paid, everything was paid. We're good, we're Gucci, right? And November the 20th came, y'all, and that handsome of money came in. But hold on, before the money came in November, I was just looking because I need a job. I don't want to depend on this. Because for me, that's my son money. I should use that to stay for him and do other stuff like that. Like, I'm not going to use that money to, you know, I just wanted a job. But I'm telling God, like, God, like this and that is what I want. And I don't want to do full-time. I really told God, I said, God, I don't want to do full-time. I want part-time, but I want it to be something that I want to do. And at that point, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm ready to work with people yet because I don't want anybody to corrupt me with the gossiping and all of these things. That's what I was telling him. So one night, I was just looking and every time it's God sent something, I realized just now I'm always doubting it because even the company that he sent took me 2 days to reply to that company. 2 whole days. And it's the same with this company that I'm working at right now. When I started on Indeed, that's where I look for jobs. When I started, I'm like, it piqued my interest, but I'm like, I can't do this. And I leave it. And then I went back and it's just there. It's like, it's just there saying, apply. So I'm like, okay, at this point, what do I have to lose? Whatever is the job. I didn't read anything. I didn't even see the pay. Like, I read it. For me, I feel like God blinded my eye first because he didn't want me to see the location, because I might well be like, oh, that's too far, which is 30 minutes. I was like, that's too far, and because I don't like to drive. So I applied. I had to do a phone interview, and then finally I had to do a in-person interview. I did the in-person interview, and when I met my boss now, we just connected right away. And she told me, she said, I have other people to interview, so I would let you know what I choose. But she was feeling positively that she was gonna choose me. But I'm like, people say that, but you know, you never know. And then I saw my colleague there, and you know, she introduced me and she showed me, like, mind you, I don't have the job yet, but she's already showing me things. So then she offered me the job, but I said, okay. I said she would text me, but I was still dumb. I'm like, she's gonna change her mind. So I went home and I was in a good mood. Like, I was just feeling extra good. And I went home and worship. I told you, I was just worshiping and dancing and everything. Right after I finished my worship session, email came in with job offer, everything. Tell you about my God. Okay. And then when I saw I'm working on Sunday, because I already dedicated, I'm going to go to church every Sunday. And I saw I'm working on Sunday, I'm like, my God, like, what am I going to do? Like, I don't want to be at church and then they call me and I have to go in and all of these things. I'm like, you know what? I leave it in your hand. Like, if you let it happen, it's because you want it to happen. I kid you guys not. Whenever I go to church, it happens I was going to church every other week. Whenever I go to church, I was not getting called in. There was this concert I had to do on December the 15th. And I'm there, I'm like, God, like, how am I gonna do this? It's gonna be hard. But I'm like, okay, if it's anything, I would just tell them, let me dance now, and then I will go. Yeah. God did not let me get caught in at all. And then I get to a point where I'm like, God, I want at least this amount of hours. I want to get to pay for this amount of hours because this amount of hours will cover us really good. And he gave me more than that. The way how this job is so perfect for me, I know it's God. Now, let's fast forward to January. Now, mind you, I started working November the 22nd, and I'm building up back a savings building up back. Everything is just building up back. The way how things were going, like, it was just stick our hand in it and everything like that. Pay off what I have to pay off, what I could pay off and everything like that. But after the new year, I woke up and my boss sent me a text, hey, call me, your position is disappearing. And then she said, it sounds bad, but it's not bad. And I'm there, but I don't feel worried. But something inside of me is saying, you should always start to panic. But I don't. I said, God, let me just come and talk to you. I went in my pocket, I talked to myself, are you taking it back? And I'm like, maybe you have something different for me. Maybe I did my time there and you're going to put me somewhere else. That's what I was saying. I'm like, whatever it is, I keep saying, oh, I know the plans I have for you, plan to prosper you, not to harm you, plan to give you hope in the future. And I was good. After I came out, I called her and she told me what it is. And I told her, I said, no, you know, it's okay. Yeah, I can do this. The next week, she emailed me and showed me the plan, and I went in for training. Yeah, when I went in for training, I got my own office. Not even just that. I make my own schedule. Not just even that. I am the highest paid employee. Yep, I'm making good money. Okay, now you guys are getting it. See, God had to show me I idolize money. I put money over him. And he's gonna take it over temporarily for me to open my eyes, to show me that everything, every good gift is I got from him. That's why there's testimony with people who feel like on paper they don't qualify for a job, but they're in the job because God allowed them to have that job. That's what I'm telling you guys. God is amazing and I love him so much. I tell you, when I get my pay, the first thing I take out is my who? Tithes. I don't play when it comes to that. And I always tell the Lord, I say, Lord, don't make it get to a place where, you know, sometimes I may not go in as much as I want. Like this week, I didn't go in as much because there was a storm. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to drive in that. This week was just a tough week. If you guys see my previous video, I was having like a rough morning with my son because my son was not sleeping well and all of these things. So I didn't get to go in as much. And I was saying, God, like, even if it's a bit tight, don't make me get to a place where I'm going to be like, oh, I'm just not going to give my tithe today. God understand. No. Yes, we know he's an understanding God, but then when you're not giving me, for me, I'm gonna go talk for myself. For me not giving him my tithe because it's tight, and I'm like, oh God, understand. It's me not trusting him. God will see me give him my all, knowing what I need, and not provide for me. Okay. When we give our all to him, he blesses us. Give him your 100%. Because God doesn't give us just 1, 2, 50%. He gave us the best. Mind you, I know what I asked for in a job, but God give me more than what I asked for. He knows me better than I know myself. And I just love him for it, man. So that is my testimony. All I'm telling you guys is, don't worship the blessing and leave the one who gave it to you. Like, hello? If you're listening to this video, you examine within yourself that, okay, I have something above God, I need to go repent. You better go. My prayer now that I'm restored and I'm just going up and up and up. Y'all don't even understand. That's why my prayer is like, God, don't make me forget. I will not. Always make me remember. In that job, I've learned so much about myself, and then I finally realized what I want to study in school and not what people expect of me. See? God doesn't make mistakes. He knows what he's doing. He really knows. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!